I'm Kat, by the way.
I'm Jean.
Nice to meet you. You know, it's really the most beautiful and the most humbling thing, because as an actor, my philosophy, and as it's the philosophy of, I think I can speak for the rest of the cast and say this, we pour the entirety of ourselves into these characters, and we put our entire lives into making this show for so many years, and really put our heart and soul into it. And the fact that it means something to someone else out there other than just us, and that it was able to mean something to and touch some people and make a difference in people's lives, it's the most beautiful thing. But even beyond that, the thing that's impacted me the most is seeing the Shadow fam, this incredible community, this fandom grow and flourish over the years. Just the fact that, and that has nothing to do with us, that's completely the fandom. They've created this amazing community, this gorgeous space, both online and in person at these conventions, of love and support and acceptance. And in a world that is so divisive, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. There's been so many over the years, and I think that's why I can never pinpoint exactly one. Because, you know, even during the pandemic, we had so many one-on-one sessions and I really got to know people. And so now those folks that I've spent so many hours and hours chatting with, I have learned about their lives, and I get to just catch up with them, and it's like seeing an old friend, you know? But I think that's what's so special about this community is just the tangible love that's just in the air all the time. Absolutely, yeah. Well, for me, I played Clary from the time I was 19 until the time I was 23. So that's a huge chunk of your life, and it's a huge chunk where you're figuring out who you are and who you are as an adult. And, you know, first of all, I was so grateful to be surrounded by the cast and crew that I had during that time. You know, the people you surround yourself by are those that influence you during those times. But yeah, saying goodbye to Clary was interesting. I will never forget when we finished shooting the series finale. Those were real tears, by the way. I was not acting. I was just crying at that point. But we finished the last scene. We shot Malik's wedding last, and everyone had kind of gone off to go change for the wrap party, which we were having in our soundstage. And most other people had gone already. And I stepped to the edge of our set, and I stopped. It hit me at that moment. If I took one more step, that's the last time I would be as Clary on the set. I just took a minute to kind of go, yeah, okay, I still get emotional talking about it, because it was such an influential part of my life. It made me so much of who I am. And who knows? I never say never when it comes to Shadowhunters. We're still hoping for a way to bring things back, but you know, she'll always be a part of me. Honestly, all of them. I mean, I still speak to every single person in the cast, at least at some point. I mean, obviously, you know, I speak to some more than others just by nature of where we are in the world, but Matt and I are developing several things together. Matt and I have worked together several times. Dom and I have things. Dom and I have done a podcast. Matt and Dom and I are developing things. I've worked with Luke several times since. Will and I are always hanging out. Like, these are my people, and they're my friends. I see Harry all the time in LA. It's when you spend so many years going through all of these things together, you bond. You see each other at your best and your worst, on your good days and your bad days. You travel the world together. You work at 3 a.m. and then when 3 a.m. is the start of your day and the end of your day. And it really brings you together. And we're very lucky to have such a group of genuinely good people who have kept those relationships going and have really valued them in the same way.
Something you would like to really share with people?
Ooh, that's a really interesting question.
I got the same reaction every time.
Yeah, well, because none of us think about ourselves like that.
Yeah.
We think about asking other people questions. We don't think about it. I guess I would have to say, if I could ask myself anything, you know, or if I could ask any of us something, it's what, you know, it would be like, what do you take away from this world and from this fandom? And it's the community, and that's the biggest thing, and that's the thing I'm most grateful for, and that's, I think, what's kept these sort of events going for so many years, and hopefully we'll keep them going, because we'll still keep coming if you still want to see us. But you know, it keeps the shadow world alive for us, and we still go back and talk about stories and what ifs, and That's why I say it's never dead, because, you know, you never know what we can cook up.